Hey, leadership and ethic in international diplomacy. This is very, very important, and this is what I want to share with you this morning. Leadership and ethic in international diplomacy. Okay, but before we move any further, let's first of all start with leadership. What is leadership? What do you mean? What do you think? Or what do you mean by leadership? Because you need to know about leadership so that you can assess yourself how important you are. Because leaders is in you, and only you, when you develop it, that you can be an effective leader. So, a leadership is a process of social influence which maximizes the efforts of others towards the achievement of a goal. A leader is a social influence that maximizes the efforts of others towards the achievement of a goal. Everyone is a leader, but everyone is not an effective leader. An effective leader possesses extra potentials that not every leader possesses. A leader is someone who sees how things can improve, someone who motivates others to move towards their better vision of their dreams. A leader moves people to do something or empowers people to do something. A leader sees vision and encourages people to wait towards that vision, to be patient. We are all born to become a leader. But the problem is some of us are not aware about this. And that is why Y.Y.C.I International's mission is to bring out the leadership from people, especially our youth and children. Because sometimes they might be caught up with 4 elements. Number 1, ignorance. Ignorance about themselves, of who they are. And sometimes lack of understanding. They might not understand it all. They might not understand what life is all about. They might not even understand their own dreams and purpose and visions. And then the number 3, no vision. No vision, no dreams. And these are the qualities that they need to embrace for them to develop themselves. They need to gain better knowledge. They need to get better understanding. And they need to have a vision, the platform where they will be working on. And they need to know their destiny, their future, who they are. So as a leader, sees vision in people, sees vision. Leaders see ahead. They see even better than the people they lead. That is why they are leaders, to be able to motivate, inspire, and encourage others to become and achieve. A leader inspires and motivates. A leader provides visions and also delegates tasks and empowers the team. A leader adds values to themselves first, and then they add value to others. A leader also has a vision, a dream, a desire. Because if you don't have a vision, you cannot do anything. If you don't dream, then you're just following the crowd. But a leader must be a visionary, a dreamer. And when they dream big, but then started small. So, I place myself in your shoe as well. And I'm asking myself this question, which you also can ask. Do I think I can become a strong, impactful, influential leader and do much more than what I'm doing right now? Do I want to help myself develop persistence, winning traits, winning attitude to pursue my purpose, my passion, and other goals as a leader? Do I want to develop the mindset of a leader? These are the questions that we need to ask ourselves. So that is why we are here on this platform, to learn more about it. But before we go on, there's something I just want to share with you quickly. A leadership formula. Remember, E is event. R is reaction or response. O is overcoming. So the formula now is there is an event, there is a situation, there is a vision, there is a strategy plan that we need to work on. There is problems, there is challenges. All those ones are under E, event. Because event will occur first before you respond. So E plus R, response. How you respond to a situation is what makes you a great leader. And that's one you have to develop yourself. Develop the skills that you will need that will help you to respond effectively to that event. That is why you are appointed as a leader, because they believe you have the ability that will lead the team to respond to that event or that situation. When we are talking about the leadership formula, we've mentioned E, we've mentioned R, how you respond. That's where you will develop the skills, communication skills, listening skills, and then you develop your mindset as well. Innovative mindset. And then you have skills of critical thinking, creative thinking, constructive thinking. So R stands for how you are now developing yourself, the skills that you are developing. And then after that is O. O stands for results of your response to that event. So O stands for overcome. Overcoming the challenges. Overcoming the problems, the adversity, the circumstances, the events. So the formula now is E plus R equals O. That means, if you can remind me again, E stands for event, R stands for response, and it's equal to opportunity or equals to overcoming, and that is the result. The result will base on how you respond to that event. That's where leaders have to keep learning, keep developing themselves, keep researching to solve the problem with the team. Okay, let's move on. A wise man once said that the mind plays a very important role in the lives of an individual. I look at this statement and I say, absolutely right. I can testify to that. Why? because the man is what makes, the mind is what makes a man. They say, as the man thinks, so is he. And he can only think from what's based on the information stored in his mindset. He can only believe from the information stored in his mindset. So it determines his view about life, how he lives his life, how he treats others, and how he make decision. It takes concerning his life and even in his position as a leader, what he gives out to the society. So in a clear terms, the mindset is the epicenter that determines every activities and action a man takes. The scripture says that out of the abundance of mouth, out of the abundance of heart, the mouth speak. And it also says that as the man thinks, so is he. So what are you thinking as a leader? Are you thinking positive or negative? And if we want to break this thing down and say, okay, let us put it this way, the positive and the negative, the fixed and the growth mindset. I'm sure when you sit down thoroughly and thinking, you will see, you can list all the things that you are thinking and you can also judge it. Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it fixed? And is it growth? And under this one, we have various mindset sets, different kinds of mindsets. We have positive mindset, we said all that. Then we will have something like failure mindset, success mindset, opportunities mindset, challenges mindset. We also have innovative mindset, creative mindset, leadership mindset. So we need to now bring all these things together, and that is the way you can now reposition your mindset. Definitely, if it is negative, you need to shift if you really want a change. Because the leaders need to bring solution. The leaders need to give us the way, the path to try to walk on. And if you are looking for the way to the next level, you cannot base your mindset on the fixed mindset, on what you've known before. A leader must be ready to bring new ideas to the table. So, let's hear what others people say about this mindset, because it's very, very important. Stephen Maribor said that when your mindset changes, everything changes around with it. Arnold Schwarzenegger said, the mind is the limit. As long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, then you can do it, as long as you really believe. So that means the message you have in your mindset will determine your belief system, will determine what you believe. And what you believe will determine your progress, will determine the action you are taking, will also determine the speed of your journey. Jamie Powell-Lenti said, limitation lives only in our minds. That's where we limit ourselves. But if we use our imagination our possibility becomes limitless. So we need to have a critical thinking, positive thinking, constructive thinking. When Dyer said, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. For example, we are all surrounded with negativity. It depends on what you see, and that depends on the state of your mind. We cannot shy away that, and we cannot deny it that there is no problem. But you should be seeing success. How do we overcome this problem? How do we answer questions relating to this problem? That should be your mindset. We cannot shy away that there is no challenges. Every one of us, we are facing challenges every day, 24 hours a day, including the government, the leaders, the youth, the children. But are we going to focus on that problem? Or we try to shift our mindset and our thinking to how can we solve this problem? And start thinking about the solution instead of the problem. So it's very important that we take care of ourselves mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Okay. The Oxford English Dictionary defines mindset as a way of thinking, an attitude of opinions, especially a habitual one. Yes, a way of thinking, an attitude, our opinions, our ideas. English language learners' definition of thought. It is an idea, opinion, or picture that is formed in our mind. Something that you think of and then you act on it about these details of something. So if you change, everything will change for you. Even everything around you. Change from fixed mindset to a growth mindset. If you want to succeed in life, you cannot stand still. You cannot be afraid to move on, to take risks, to step up, to come out of your comfort zone and want to succeed like others you are seeing out there. Your mindset needs to be changed. And you cannot be negative with your mindset and you are taking and you are believing that you will produce positive results. No, it has to start from your mind. The actions you are taking, the decision you are making, what you are thinking, you have to start from your mind. Carol Dweck says that the two mindsets, which is fixed and growth mindset, can significantly affect your life and your professions. Oh, yes. Because what you think, what's in your mind, will dictate the actions you're taking, the career you are choosing for yourself, and even your life. Whatever we allow to cultivate our thoughts, lives, we eventually control our lives. Oh, yes. Whatever we cultivate our thoughts, we also eventually control our lives. So that means the information you allowed in your mind and you believe it and you are thinking about it will control your life. The life you are experiencing now today, this moment, is largely as a result of your mindset or thought pattern of yesterday. So that means what we were thinking yesterday or last year or last week or many years ago, if you don't shift that mindset, is that the result that will be you're seeing or experiencing today. Whatever we continually meditating upon, we begin to program our reasoning. What are you meditating on? What are you thinking? What's your beliefs? And what's in your mind? Over time, we would subconsciously make choices to speak and act in a way that are consistent with the prevailing thought of our mind. Oh, yes. It leads us to our actions, our lifestyle, our habit. That is how powerful it is to shift your mindset. That is why I will continually, consistently saying it, that mindset is everything. If you see somebody doing well, it's based on their mindset. If you see another leaders not reaching your own expectations, it's based on their mindset. If they want to shift it, it's now down to them. Okay. So this can be seen as the ability to change your mindset from the point of negativity to that of positivity. It is the ability to be able to open to change and embrace new ideas and positive opinions that would help you take a step further in your pursuits of life. We are in a new realm now, new era. The only way we can survive is shifting our mindset, guiding our mindset, reaching out to learn more, researching and learning from your mistakes and learn from others. Okay, let's move on again. So I have questions again for you. Are you aware as a leader that your mind affects every decision you are taking and would still take in life? Are you aware of that? Every decision you are making is based on your mindset. Are you aware of that? If you can take care of your mind, then you can produce positive. Then you can be resourceful. Then people can listen to your decision. And your decision can impact lives. Even as a director, as a professor, bishop, leaders, royal kingdoms, and royal leaders. It all depends on the mind. Every decision we are taking every day of our lives in 24 hours is based on the information you've already stored in your mind. Another question. Are you also aware that your mind is responsible for the way you see and treat people? Oh, yes. And that will lead to your performance. That will lead to how you are managing people and managing the resources available. Are you aware of that? Because your mind controls your performance. Your mind controls your activities. Your mind controls your life. Are you aware that your mind affects your progress and the impact you make in life and in society? Are you aware of that? That your mind actually affects your progress. The state of your mind will determine the speed of your life, the speed in your journey. So as you are progressing, you are storing your mind. If you store your mind with negative, with past events, then that will slow you down. But if you feed your mind with, I can do it, yes, I'm doing it, It is possible. Then you will progress faster. Because negativity will drag you back, will slow you down, will hold you back. But positivity will move you on. Because guess what? We are surrounded with chaos, chaotic. We are surrounded with crisis, negativity, storms, challenges, distractions. But you have the mindset of determination. Not what comes, nothing can stop you. Can I also shock you that no one has the qualification to stop you? It's you that can stop yourself. No matter all their opinions, their ideas, their suggestions, their evil plans, their attacks, if you don't stop yourself, no one can stop you. That is the ability that we have. You are unstoppable, but it's all based on your mindset. So, are you aware of all this? Right. This is where I will end today's inspiration nugget of wisdom on the leadership ethic. Come with me in the next video where we will also talk more about the ethic leadership. But this mindset is very, very important that we start this series of this topic, leadership ethic and diplomacy, international relations. Very, very important because we are all growing every day and we are all leaders. But we can be an effective leader if we develop ourselves for the future. Thank you. God bless you.